Hey everyone, me Kevin here. So things have gone a little crazy. The stock market's red again. We're gonna take a peek at the red. I mean, I did find some green. See, oil's up, but and the 10-year treasuries are up slightly at 1.493 here. But yeah, we've got some red indices again here. Barely though. The Dow's basically flat. The S&P 500's down 0.1. The Nasdaq futures are down 0.25. And most of this is just more of this supply chain fear garbage, the typical kind of stuff that we see, which I think it's worth mentioning that over at metkevin.com/supply, I made this pie and I did a video on this yesterday. I highly encourage you to check it out. But basically what I did is I put together companies that I believe are really hit by supply shortages. Disney, Mattel, Enphase, Shift, Sherwin-Williams, Under Armour, Nike, Hasbro. And I believe that there's a potential opportunity to invest in these companies as they continue to dip over here. Take a look at this. We're seeing this recent dip. We've seen a lot of flatness in this particular grouping of stocks here. They've basically been flat since December of last year, which is great as a group, which in my opinion is great because it's a sign that we've really been struggling under these supply chain crises. So, in my opinion, there could be a potential opportunity to buy in on these, but we're gonna watch. We're gonna take a peek around here at some of the other stocks and some of the craziness that we've got going on here. So we've got Moderna. That's down 5.71%. The Merck vaccine, not vaccine. I don't know why I say that. The Merck pill, the red pill, folks, game changer. Okay. I can't stress enough how much of a game changer the Merck pill is. In fact, you know what we'll do? We'll talk about that in just a moment. We'll go through that. In fact, I have some extra notes here, and we'll go through a little bit more on the Merck pill in just a moment because that is a game changer for the market, and there's going to be something happening in the next few weeks about this. So we'll talk about that in just a moment. In fact, let me see if I could just airdrop it over here really quick because I do want to talk about it. But anyway, hope you had a great weekend. I'm looking for deals in the stock market, obviously, as usual. And red days are good to do so. Okay, let's see. Can I actually get the darn file airdropped here? Let's see. Give me 1 second here. And got it. Airdrop's funny sometimes. All right, here we go. Nailed it. Okay, perfect. Let's cancel over here. There we go. Okay, so oh darn, no, that's not what I wanted. Hold on 1 sec. Where the heck is it? I've such a beautiful piece that I wanted to just review about that, and then we'll hit these the sticks here. Wow, got it. Finally. But anyway. Yeah, that's gonna be a market mover. Right now, markets are moving down, in my opinion, on supply issues again. It's just the market's just like over and over and over again. It's like supply, supply, supply. It's old news, in my opinion, at this point. The Evergrande crisis, the shares were suspended there. I want to keep an eye on Evergrande as well because shares have been suspended, and I want to find out, at least as of 2 a.m. yesterday, because I was still awake. There was there was a suspension on the stock. In fact, let's take a quick peek at that. And then maybe we'll do some research on that. 333. So Google. Okay, here we go. 333.hk. Yeah, it's still suspended. So I think a lot of folks think that this is pending news right now. So, okay, we'll come back to Evergrande. So here's the thing. Okay, in case you don't know, and the reason this came up is because Moderna is down 5.36%. The reason Moderna is falling, and it's falling hard, is because a lot of folks were getting into Moderna under the thought that, oh my gosh, if the vaccines wear off, the booster capability of Moderna wears off, then, or just the efficacy of the vaccine wears off, same thing with Pfizer, then that means this vaccine is going to get recurring revenue over and over and over again. Let's buy Moderna stock. That's what a lot of folks have been doing. Pfizer hasn't been performing as well as Moderna, but Moderna's just been going to the moon. But and that's specifically because we've seen the efficacy of these vaccines, the mRNA vaccines, decline after about 6 to 12 months. You're seeing efficacy declines in the neighborhood of going from 90% efficacy early on to like 50 to 60% efficacy. Not so great. But there's a big new thing that was just announced, and it's the Merck pill. Now, this is very interesting, and this is what's leading some of these vaccine stocks to go down, like Moderna. The Merck pill is an antiviral pill. And so the way I kind of think about it is, have you ever been, let's say you had like an infection or whatever, or you're sick or something, and you've gotten like things like acetamin, no, not acetamin, that's Tylenol. I'm thinking, what's it called? Amoxicillin, some sort of like antibiotic or whatever, right? They're like, hey, take these pills for 10 days and you'll get better. Well, Merck has an experimental oral COVID-19 antiviral drug called Malnupiravir. Who cares what it is? It's Merck's red pill is what it is, okay? And in its first clinical trials, the medication showed that it cuts hospitalization rates by 50%. In fact, the trial was going so freaking well that they stopped enrolling new patients, and now Merck is expected to file for emergency use authorization for their red pill. That's what I call it, the Merck red pill, within the next 2 to 3 weeks. In my opinion, when Merck gets their EUA, well, first of all, we're probably going to see less people get vaccinated who feel like they were considering getting vaccinated because they're like, yeah, I don't need the vaccine. I'll just take the red pill. Because what it's showing to do is reduce hospitalization rates by 50%. Once you're diagnosed with COVID, you take the pills and eliminate the death rate, at least so far in the trial. So in the trial, I believe of about 750 people, you've got in the people taking the pill, hospitalizations down 50%, 0 deaths. On the placebo group, people are still dying and getting hospitalized at normal rates. So it shows a clear efficacy that this pill is working very, very well. 755 patients enrolled as of August 5th. None of the patients who received the red pill died in clinical trials. It is not, again, FDA approved, but they're going to go for that EUA approval very soon. If the FDA issues an emergency use authorization, the U.S. government has already agreed to buy 1.7 million 5-day treatment courses for the drug for $1.2 billion. See, it's kind of like I was saying with the antibiotics. You take it for a few days, like you get diagnosed and then you take it. I, again, personally just think that a lot fewer people are probably going to get vaccinated who would have otherwise gotten vaccinated because it's like, oh, well, I'll just take the pill. Okay. But it's nice to know because people are still getting sick with the vaccine, right? You're having breakthrough cases. You could still spread COVID with the vaccine. And don't get me wrong, I'm pro-vaccination. I encourage people to get vaccinated. I'm not for forcing people, but I'm pro getting vaccinated. But it's nice to know that, like, let's say if I'm vaccinated and then I got sick with COVID and it's like, crap, I might have to go to the hospital. I'd rather take the red pill, take that on top of your vax or not, whatever. The Merck presented a study at a medical conference showing this as it being active against all variants as well as the original version. And that's because this particular drug does not actually attack the spike protein of the virus. And that's what differentiates the vaccines from this particular drug, which is really interesting. This drug instead targets, it says, the viral polymerase. I have no idea what actually it says here. And we took notes on this. An enzyme needed for the virus to make copies of itself. Okay, cool. That's really neat because now you have a pill that actually works against all the different variants instead of a vaccine that you have to constantly update because the little stupid spike proteins on the COVID virus or whatever keep transforming. So it'll be also interesting to see if they can apply this to other illnesses, things like the flu. Like imagine if you had a pill for the flu like this. That would be freaking amazing. Or even like HIV or rabies, even chickenpox, some of these other things. Worth noting that Merck is public. And so I'm actually going to add them to our watch list. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Like, look at their stock right now. Like, it's just like when this came out when this was announced on October 1st, you went from a share price of like the day before you closed at 75.61 to closing at 81.98. Like, we need to put Merck on the list like ASAP. So let's do that here really quick. So Merck. Where are you, Merck? You are going on the list. Here it is, MRK. It's up 3.43% today. We're going to add that to the watch list and home. Heck yeah. But anyway, they've got a market cap of $190 billion. So this is not a small company. They're a big company. In 2020, worth noting that their revenue was $48 billion, which was only 2% up from the prior year. So smaller growth company, very little or even negative growth in some years for the past decade. So like they need something like this to really like moon them again, right? But they're very profitable, 72% gross margin. And we're expecting to see kind of growth of now with this red pill of potentially much more. Early Thursday, Merck announced a deal to acquire a different company during the, okay, let's see here. What else? Acceleron Research. Okay, they acquired Acceleron. And one risk worth noting to Merck, if you're going to invest in this company, is they're pretty reliant on this medication called Keytruda. No idea what that is. Keytruda. That one medication has $4.2 billion of revenue just in a quarter. The medication is expected to face fierce competition. So what is this darn thing? Keytruda. I clicked the ad for it. I don't know. Should I have clicked the ad for it? Who knows? But anyway, what is this darn thing? Breakthrough in immunotherapy. Advance. Okay. Oh, this has to do with cancers. Oh, it's a cancer treatment of some sort. Keytruda is a prescription medicine used to treat a kind of skin cancer known as melanoma, a kind of lung cancer. Wow, it does a lot of things. It targets a lot of different cancers. That's interesting. So anyway, this has been Merck's bread and butter right here. Is this Keytruda? I wonder what it costs. Just out of curiosity, Keytruda cost. But this has been Merck's bread and butter here. 3 weeks. The list price for the indicated dose of Keytruda when given every 3 weeks is $10,000. Holy smokes. $10,000. Who pays for this? When given every 6 weeks is $20,000. Most people will not pay the list price. Oh, okay. Like how they give you that disclosure. Although it may have an impact on your out-of-pocket costs. Yeah. No kidding. That's probably because insurance companies have negotiated rates and stuff. But boy, oh boy. Medications are crazy. But anyway, yeah, I mean, Merck, this is an interesting one to watch. I mean, personally, I'm interested in considering Merck because that technology to me seems even more, well, I shouldn't say more impressive than the vaccines, because quite frankly, I'd rather just not get sick. And if the vaccine can prevent you from getting sick, I think that's great. But hey, you know, if you do get sick, like even if you have the flu, which they don't have this for the flu yet, right? This is extrapolating. But if they got this for the flu, which I mean, I think COVID might be like our new version of that. That's pretty good. And so, yeah, I mean, you've got kind of miscellaneous, just worth noting quickly here for Merck. They have a PE ratio right here in 2021 of, let's see, EPS of 1.8. So if you divide 80 by 1.8, that's about 44. Next year, they're expected to have an EPS. I'm sorry. Their EPS is actually 5.55 right now. I read the wrong number. They're only trading for 14 times revenue, or I'm sorry, 14 times earnings right now. 14 times earnings per share. It's a pretty inexpensive company because it's basically not expected to grow much. If you watched my Tesla video yesterday, you'll see how PE ratio is the market's assumption of how much you're going to grow. So kind of interesting to see that. So Merck, interesting one to me. I'm a $190 billion company. I don't know. I can be tempted to buy this thing. But anyway, then we've got Tesla up almost 3% today, 2.76%. Dave & Buster's was neg in the pre-market here, but it's actually up 2.96. I really do think this is, they have it for the flu. It's called Tamiflu. Good point. But I wonder how well that is, how good that it works. I would have to research that. So if you're interested in the Merck thing, go check out Tamiflu as well as a potential competitor. Worth noting. Okay, let's move on here. So Hut 8 Mining, 0.76%, Coinbase, 0.3%. So how is BTC doing right now? And let's see why things are red as well. We're going to look at our losers here in just a moment. So BTC's kind of been sitting at this shelf over here. Yeah, look at this. I have a shelf drawn for Bitcoin at 47.1. And let's see here. You can really see it's testing that shelf here over and over and over again. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to read the Merck study. I'm going to write that down. Study for Merck. Although I doubt, I'm sure I'll probably just get the same bottom line, but it's an interesting thing because if they're going to get EUA, it makes you wonder if there's a play to be made there. So I'm going to look into that. Okay, cool. So anyway, then we have Merck, Dave & Buster. Okay, so these are the ups here. Let's look at the downs. We saw Bitcoin sitting on the shelf. Moderna's getting smoked. Wayfair down to 245 on Wayfair. Inexpensive. Affirm's actually down 1.71% as well. So is Trade Desk. Hippo. You've got a lot of the higher valuation kind of tech names down a little bit here. You've even got Neo down 1% back to about 35. Open Door Square. Look at Square's pricing. It's actually not horrible in my opinion. At 237, they have previously around May gone just below 200. I kind of like them around 230. I still think they're expensive though, but I'm okay around there. Lemonade selling off another 0.5% here, down to $64 now. Lemonade's getting increasingly juicy, by the way. You get under 60, you're starting to get close to IPO pricing again, which is crazy to think about. Then let's see here. Autodesk, Lululemon, Alphabet, Caterpillar, Corsair Gaming, Adobe, Amazon, Alphabet. Okay. All right. So, let's see here. There we go. Get our full watch list here. Trade Desk. That's an interesting one too. I love Trade Desk. Oh, DocuSign's coming. Everything's just kind of slow bleeding right now, which is great if you want to go shopping. Not so great if you have options and you're trying to make some money. You can say, Purple Innovation actually coming up a little bit again here. Let's go ahead and take a look at some top news that we've got going on right now. And let's look at some Evergrande news. So let me try to pull up the latest here on Evergrande. So give me 1 second here. Evergrande. Okay, let's see here. Evergrande. Spillover risk, October 3rd. No, we want stuff from the 4th. Okay, here we go. Oops, gotta hit the right buttons. All right, folks, here's the latest on Evergrande. Share trading suspended. And so when you go to Google right now and you type in 333, I don't know how many, it's 4 threes, .hk, there's nothing. There's no chart with the exception of the last trading day, which was actually September 30th. So they've been suspended for the month. Let's go to 6666, and we're suspended over here as well on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. So Evergrande showing no chart available. Although I wonder, let's see here. Yeah, nope, share trading suspended. There we go. Share trading suspended as debt test looms. Evergrande update. Let's take a look here. Okay, what do we have here? Shares in China Evergrande Group and its property management unit were suspended from trading Monday. So both, wow. As a fresh debt test loomed for the developer, underscoring broader risks that have left credit markets on edge. Yeah, okay. So let's hear what the details are here. Here we go. Look at this. Hobson Development Holdings, whose shares were also suspended, plans to acquire a 51%. That is a controlling stake, folks. 51% is a big number when it comes to corporate finance. That's a takeover, right? In Evergrande Property Services, according to a Chinese financial news platform, citing unidentified people. Okay, so this is a rumor right now. There's a rumor that Evergrande is going to basically have its controlling interests acquired, and it's going to be controlled by a different developer. This is what we expected. We expected the free market, to the extent that it's free in China, to come in and essentially bail out Evergrande by acquiring them at a discount. I did some research on this yesterday. There was talk about around a 25 to 35% discount is what we're expecting Evergrande to get acquired for. We're not sure if that's off of its last valuation in terms of what public stock was trading for. We're not sure yet. But the good news here is that if a new developer comes in to buy Evergrande, the Chinese Communist Party is going to be likely to work with the new developer, because they want to punish the one that screwed up, but they'd be happy to help the white knight who's coming in to bail them out. My expectation is that they'll get, looser financing terms or easier opportunities to develop properties and take over faster and quicker. And I actually, like I've mentioned before, I think this whole Evergrande crisis is going to evaporate. If a new company comes in and bails this crisis out, this is best case scenario for the Evergrande crisis. Uncertainty over the full extent of Evergrande's debt load beyond more than $300 billion in reported liabilities has plagued investors. People are concerned about contagion. Key developments here. Hobson's Dev USD bonds tumble on the report about buying a 51% stake. So Hobson It doesn't sound like the market is super excited about taking on this sort of Evergrande deal, because it does sound like a hot potato. So it's not a surprise that probably Hobson might have a little bit of downward adjustment. Look at this. Evergrande September sales dropped 55% month over month amid crisis. Yeah, that's not a way to get yourself out of bankruptcies. Geez. Evergrande woes spread to Sweden with EV units seeking new owners, and Evergrande pays back some cash owed to wealth product investors, still not repaying its debt owed. So what do we have here? Fantasia dollar bonds plummet ahead of maturity. Evergrande NEV jumps 29%. So what is this? Trading continues in the developer's vehicle unit, China Evergrande's new vehicle group limited, on Monday, with the stock closing up 29%. Wow. That's probably on the news of the acquisition. That basic, yeah, look at that. So here's what's happening. The stock market, as I just mentioned, I assumed that this is good news, right? I assume this is good news because they're going to be able to work with local governments. It's a new developer. Okay, Evergrande gets punished. They get bought out. Great. Look at this. This is one of the Evergrande shares that's actually trading. It's not 3333. It's not 6666. It is China Evergrande Energy Group, the energy vehicle group, up 48% on this acquisition news. It's pretty impressive. Okay, let's go ahead and get to the closing bell. I don't have CNBC today. We're actually going to try Bloomberg today. Oh, no, I don't think we can try Bloomberg today because how are they on commercial for the bell? Oh, no. Okay, let me see if I can get the watch live up. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, here we go. Okay, here it shows the bell.
Back to February. Equity futures this morning, erasing some of the early losses, still negative 0.2%.
It's not as fun.
The S&P, we declined by 9 points. On NASDAQ futures, down 0.4, we declined there 57. And the rest of the small caps, totally unchanged. That's the opening bell. Switch up the board and get to the bond market. This is the scene in the Treasury market. Yields are a little bit higher. The curve is a little bit steeper. We approach 150 on 10s at about 149.
It's not the same. It's not the same when Bloomberg does it. CNBC is better. It's just not the same. It just ain't the same. But anyway, this is fascinating. So really, what's happening here with the Evergrande crisis, bottom line to this Evergrande talk, bottom line is that Evergrande is going to get bought out by the private market. We already know that smaller developments had been getting bought up by local developers, and local developers had been making deals with local municipalities within China to take over projects. Now you've got a massive corporation, this Hubson group, Hubson China, I don't know, group here, that is buying in a potentially 51 stake. Hubson Chu may become the largest tycoon to bolster Evergrande. Yeah. So this particular development company here, with 7,000 employees, founded in 1992. Hey, that's when I was born. They are on the stock exchange. Let's see if I can pull up their stock. Oops, that didn't copy and paste. But anyway, they are a listed company, and equities quote. Here we go. Okay, interesting. So they're a listed company. They are, do we have a market cap here? Market cap, they have a $60 billion market cap. And that is, it's a pretty decent size for a property developer. HK $60 billion here. And they previously closed at $27. So based on what the bond market is doing, it's possible that Hobson's share price could fall when we resume trading. And Evergrande, we still haven't seen 3333 and 6666, but it's possible that those are going to skyrocket on this news because they're getting basically bought out, 51% controlling interest. It depends what the terms of those deals are, but in my opinion, this takeover just basically takes this whole Evergrande crisis, wraps it up into a dirty, nasty bundle of horrible laundry, and throws it away into a different company. In my opinion, this is great news. This is excellent news because it means the contagion is now absorbed by a different company. They take on the liabilities, again, at a discount, but the Evergrande crisis will be over. So this is great news. Honestly, the market should turn green on this news. But right now it is still a little red. Still slightly red, though. A lot of talk about the supply chain crises. Although, I mean, this is barely red. What's really getting burned right now is the NASDAQ. And this right here is not accurate. The Russell always takes 15 minutes to update, but these guys are accurate right here. So we're red across the board. The NASDAQ technology is getting burned the most, with the exception, of course, of Tesla. Okay, let's get rid of pre-market over here. There we go. So let's see here. Tesla up 2.95%. GM is up almost 4% this morning here. Dogecoin just jumped. Dogecoin up 7% at the moment at 23 cents. Got Cardano up at almost 220 there. Ethereum almost 34. And Bitcoin's about to cross the 38 threshold. It's possible that this Evergrande news, by the way, is going to boost crypto. And this is something else to consider, is that if the Evergrande crisis is under wraps, crypto prices could go up. And I think that's why we're seeing an inflection point here in crypto prices. I would actually expect that to continue because there are a lot of hodlers in China. You know, don't shut China out. They even though China is essentially banning financial transactions and brokeraging of crypto in China, there are a lot of people in China who don't trust their currency as much as they trust crypto. So just in transparency, that used to be the dollar. People used to trust the dollar the most, but now there's this alternate, a decentralized alternate. Okay, Upstart's actually under 300 here. DQ, EXPI down at $39. DQ is down about 3.6%. Got some red here. Probably some opportunities to go shopping. Canadian Solar, Neo, Enphase, a lot of the energy companies down right now. Enphase sitting at 150 again. You've got this is a lot of the supply related, tech related. Not exactly sure why today we're seeing a sell-off, especially if we have good news coming out of the Evergrande crisis. We should be seeing more green than we are right now. Even the Charger is selling down. It's possible that there's just lingering concern over the debt ceiling or Congress, which is the biggest riot ever. Tesla now over 800. Congratulations, folks. Tesla is over 800. I don't have my phone here. What a ripoff. Tesla is now under 800, as I say. It did run up to about 802.88 here. It's sitting at 799 right now, but congratulations, Tesla. I do want to go, let's see. Yeah, well, a lot of, you're right. It's not just Evergrande that's halted. It's multiple companies, and that's because of how much of a market shift we're going to see once this deal is actually formalized. So China flies more military into the Taiwan airspace. Yeah, I mean, this is always something that goes on. Okay, this is interesting. So I'm not blindly trusting Big Pharma. I don't blindly trust Big Pharma. I highly encourage anybody, if you're going to invest in a company like Merck, which I don't, research, do your research on the studies and see, they haven't been verified yet, right? You want to have them reviewed by the FDA. You want to have them peer reviewed. There's a lot of work to do when it comes to Big Pharma. I'm not the biggest fan of Big Pharma. I think pharmaceuticals have some crazy pricing. All right, 10-year Treasury, and just like anything, they're a corporation, right? They're in it to make money. Which always begs the question, like, is the goal cure or keeping you on the pill? Anyway, Treasury Yields, somebody says they're rising. Let's go to the day chart here on Treasury Yields. We do have a little bit of a push on Treasury Yields, about 0.06%, a little bit of a pop-up here. We were as low as about 1.46, right now sitting at about 1.49. I think we're going to be pretty stable around this range here. Tesla actually falling now. Tesla selling down quite a bit here. Tesla catching up potentially to the NASDAQ sell down that we have going on right now, which makes sense. Technology companies getting whacked a little bit here. Yeah. At the same time, though, as crypto is continuing to inflect up, this crypto inflection, in my opinion, is heavily because of the Evergrande discussion. I think that's huge. Moderna is accelerating its losses, down 7.71%. Lordstown Motors getting whacked here, 6.8%. Looks like a lot of that enthusiasm of Lordstown Motors selling off their manufacturing plant to Foxconn to actually get vehicles produced. Looks like a lot of that enthusiasm is escaping markets right now. Yeah, the market's actually getting worse right now, folks. Now, okay, if history holds true, okay, here's what we got to do. If history holds, here's how you got to play this, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at let's go to the 5-minute chart here. Zoom out a little bit. So history usually shows that around this California 7 to 8 time, or sometimes around 10 a.m., we have the biggest pain. So take a look at this. I'm going to write this down. So let's do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay. So Friday, peak pain was between 7 and 8. I'd say around, I'll say to 7 to 8 range. Peak pain on Thursday was actually the close of business and 9 to 10. So I'm going to do 9 to 10 and close. Then we had peak pain over here, 9 to 11 and close on, that's Wednesday, 9 to 11 and close. And Tuesday, we had 9, so this is about 10 to 11. I'm going to say 10 to 11 and close. 10 to 11 and close. And here we have to get rid of that stupid crazy bar that was sort of a glitch over here. But if we get rid of that glitch, peak pain here was probably around 9. So right around 10, right around 9 and 10, 9 and 10, and close. So if last week is any guide, then really we could potentially see the market continue to be red moving into the 9 to 11 o'clock range, which was a pretty painful time for every single day last week except for Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday all had pain during the 9 and 11 o'clock hour, and and the close on those days as well. So if there's pain between 9 and 11, maybe that means the close is going to have some pain too. So if you're going to go shopping, potentially the time to do that could be between 9 and 11 and close, which will be right after our course member live stream. Link down below. But also, I got to mention, if you have not yet gotten your free stock with Public, make sure to go to metkevin.com/public. Get a free stock worth all the way up to $70. Folks, when the market is red, it is time to get yourself a free stock with Public. metkevin.com/public. Get a free stock worth all the way up to $70. metkevin.com/public. And if you're stressed out by this red, of course, the easiest thing to do is go to metkevin.com/life to get yourself life insurance in as little as 5 minutes, which I always think it's crazy that you could get life insurance in the middle of a pandemic. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, Owlet, 28% drop. Really? I see this in the course member stock chat here that Owlet just got destroyed, apparently. Let's take a look here. Let's actually add out. Oh, Owlet just got whacked. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Why? What happened? Hold on a second. Let me go to the terminal really quick. This is insane. Okay, here. Okay, let's see what's happening here. I gotta sip some coffee. One sec. Bull crap. What? Okay, folks, Owlet is down 28% for apparently receiving a letter from the FDA, a complaint warning on their Smart Sock product. Now, in case you're not familiar with the Smart Sock, the Smart Sock, gosh, this is going to mess me up. The Smart Sock is a product that parents can put on their infants. You put it on. So imagine this is a baby's foot right here. You wrap the sock around the baby's foot, and then you put a monitor in your bedroom. And the sock measures the child's heart rate, I believe it is, and the blood oxygen of the baby through its foot. And if there's a drop in blood oxygen or a drop in a heart rate, then all of a sudden you'll see some sort of alarm go off in the parent's room. We actually have this product, and it gives parents a lot of peace of mind. We don't know if it's accurate peace of mind, but that's because there's something known as SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome, and it's really terrible. It's basically that children can just literally die when they're brand new. Very, very sad. Horrible for any parent to ever have to deal with something like that. But apparently now, there's some sort of FDA letter that was filed against Owlet here. Let's go ahead and take a look at specifically what's going on. I'm going to pull up the filing right here. and we'll go through it. But look, anytime you have an FDA letter that comes out, usually it's some sort of claim that they've launched an investigation, or that there's some sorts of additional clarity the FDA wants. If this issue goes away with Owlet, it could be a potential buy the dip opportunity, where if you buy the dip now and you believe the issue is going to go away, then potentially when the issue does go away, you could see a nice, jump in the stock. So let's go ahead and see what it is. This is the 8K from Owlet. Let's get the details here. So on October 1st, 2021, Owlet received a warning letter from the FDA. The warning letter asserts the company's marketing of its Smart Sock product in the U.S. renders the Smart Sock a medical device requiring pre-market clearance or approval from the FDA, and that the company has not obtained such clearance or approval in violation of the FDA Act. The company should take prompt action to address the alleged violations. Among other things, the warning letter requests the company cease commercial distribution of the Smart Sock for uses in measuring blood oxygen saturation and pulse rate, where metrics are intended to identify or diagnose desaturation or some heart issue using alarm functionality. This is exactly what I talked about. Okay, so the company requests the company cease commercial distribution. Okay, I understand. The warning letter, what's going to happen is Owlet's going to file for an injunction. This is going to get caught up in court. I doubt they're going to actually stop sales on this. Company intends to fully cooperate, including through the pursuit of a marketing authorization application. In addition, the company plans to issue a timely response to the FDA regarding modifications and marketing issues. Okay, got it. The company cannot, however, give assurances that the FDA will be satisfied with the company's actions. The company also cannot give assurances in terms of the timing of this. Chief Financial Officer. Okay, got it. Honestly, this is bullshit. This is such bullshit. So much so that I'm about to buy some Owlet for some dirt cheap money right here. Let's go shopping. How much do I want to buy? I don't know. Let's buy how much do we want to buy? 50,000 shares. If it dips more, we'll buy more. I'm buying 200 grand. Boom. I just did it. Oh dear. Okay, let's go ahead and send a quick alert like I always do. When I see these things during the day and I'm not doing live streams, I always send these alerts. Buy Owlet on the dip. FDA just wants something really stupid. All right. Actually, you know what? I think this is such bullshit. I'm gonna buy another 50K. There we go. So that was about $384,000 that I put in. At about 406. Actually, it's not even about at. There we go. All right. Okay. In my opinion, the FDA is just being a pansy little weenie baby corporation. Well, it's not a corporation, but government agency. And you know what it is? It's no different than me doing termite repairs at a property, and then the city coming over going, wait, come on, we got to go to Sith meet Kevin. Sith Lord. Sir, you must request a permit to do anything in California. You have not paid your fee. Now we are issuing a warning letter and requesting that you stop work until you pay our fee. This is such bogus. And I think the stock's selling off because people are like, oh my gosh, the FDA sent a warning letter to Owlet. Oh my gosh, maybe the product's bad. Dude, the product's fine. Like, what? How could the product? It's not that hard. It's a sock that measures your blood oxygen and your heart rate. What, is the technology broken? Come on, man. All they want is their dumb permit fee. This is so stupid. It's stupid. It's so dumb. This is the kind of garbage that I like investing in. When I see the stock market have a little hissy fit over stupid nonsense like this, it's like, whatever. Here, have my money. It's like, please. That's so dumb. Owlet's a great company. I support Owlet. this a 29% fall on this, that is just dumb. Look, if you don't know what Owlet is, and I'm not even sponsored by Owlet, but hey, look, it says here, tell us who you are and enjoy $25 off your first purchase. One thing that I really think is cool. Oh, take a look at the disclaimer they just put up, by the way. The Smart Sock is an information gathering product for use on healthy babies only. It is not a medical device. They added a disclaimer. Oh, that is brilliant. But anyway, who cares? Whatever. Even if there's a lawsuit around it, I don't care. It's bogus. Like, look, if you're a medical device, then pay the fees and get certified. Who cares? If anything, it'd be good for the company to get certified as a medical device. Who cares? How much freaking harder is it? It ain't. But really, in my opinion, this is no different than having a little baby monitor camera or all this other stuff, which, by the way, they've added a bunch of new products. Like, I don't know all the crap that they have here. We have we own the Smart Sock. It's great, okay? Owlet Cam, whatever. Everybody's got cameras. Oh, and here you can buy the camera and the sock together. Okay, great. I don't know what that is. Dream Lab. It's maybe like some sleep app or whatever. Whatever. Some other accessories. Pregnancy bands. Okay, there's a beta for a pregnancy band. Oh, that's interesting. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so, this looks like something you put on your belly. Connect with your baby months before your due date with the Owlet pregnancy band. Get daily insights. Oh, that's cute. Track your sleep position and heart rate. Okay, so that's yours. Hear a recording of your baby's heartbeat. Oh. And view baby's heartbeat trends. Oh my gosh, that's actually really smart. Like there are women who will buy these. Look at these things: fetal Doppler radar, Amazon or whatever. Women buy this stuff. It's this thing here, fetal Doppler thingy, and basically like they have to try to figure out where the baby is, and then they can hear the baby's heartbeat. And it's actually really comforting to the mother. Like they hear the it's really cool. I've heard it before. And it's really comforting to the mother because it's like, oh, my baby's in there and is alive, right? Like, oh, I haven't heard my baby in a while. Oh, it's okay. It must just be sleeping or something like that. And so I guess if you could just do a pregnancy band or something like this while you're sleeping, that's kind of cool. Honestly, like, again, I'm not sponsored by the company. I don't really care what's going on with this FDA thing. I think it's bogus. But whatever, that's just me. I think this is cool. I think it's a great device. I'm a big fan of it, and I'm a supporter of it. So this is the thing. This is the thing that's next to. We've heard this thing go off a few times, and it's really loud. It's like the most annoying smoke detector ever. Which, I mean, it should be. Like if your baby's dying, like you should probably know. But anyway, Lordstown Motors is So okay, those are my thoughts on Owlet. This fall is ridiculous. The FDA just wants their feet and their money when the FDA should be focused on dealing with the frickin' vaccines and making sure they're safe. And they should be dealing with Merck instead of trying to collect their dumb permit fees. Jerks. Anyway, so, looks like Owlet's suspended now. Anyway, EXPI is down. So that's enough about Owlet, okay? If you like my psychology, Stocks and Psychology of Money program is linked down below with a 41% off coupon code. And that coupon code, by the way, is called Diamond Hands. Okay, so where were we? So thank you. I got to shout out some folks here. Hold on, by the way. Thank you, by the way, to the people who shouted out this Tesla coder in the stock chat. Thank you very much. You were one of the reasons I knew what this happened. Yep, Tesla coder. Actually, it was you. It was you, Tesla coder. You said it twice. Owlet, WTF. Owlet, 28% drop. Thank you, Tesla coder. Shout out. Okay, so where were we here? Okay, Lordstown Motors down 10.2% because the company's going BK. They got nothing. They don't even have a factory left. They're going BK. Rocket Lab down 7.2%. That's because they told me they were too busy to do an interview with me. Sucks for you guys. Now you're down. That's what you get. EXPI is down 5.52%. Arcimoto down 5% as well. We're getting some real pain here. Let's go. Let's get some more. Ooh, 148 on Enphase. Ooh, and we're still trending down. Let's go. Please let me go shopping. Where's Etsy? Come here, Etsy. Etsy's down 4% as well. Where the heck Etsy keeps bouncing around here? I can't find it. There it is. 195. Etsy's back under 200. Let's go. Oh, Neo's at $33. It's getting crushed. Square's at 228. Oh, the market's going nuts. Oh my goodness. Hippo's at 442. Peloton is at $83. Oh, we're getting juicy again on some of these things. Finally, we're getting some money. Money opportunities here. Let's see here. Affirm 114, Pinterest 51. Ooh, this is nice. Tattooed Chef $18. Lemonade. So much for September, October. Where's the inflation data already? Come on, man. Give us our inflation data. Oh, look, very good food company actually moved a little bit today. Volatility index up. Camber Energy is up. Tesla, 801. Let's go. Oh, 797. Stock market is nuts. It's nuts. Ay. Okay. So anyway, let's see here. Cinemark. Oh, Cinemark's up. What's AMC doing then? Dutch Bros going back up again. AMC. Oh, jeez, man. Okay. So where were we? AMC is, what's AMC doing here? AMC sitting at 37, down 2%. Good job buying the call options. That's awesome. October 8th calls. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Yeah, I bought shares and stuff. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Oh, that moved a lot. Yeah, look at that. Oh, it's bogus. It's just stupid. That's crazy. That's cray-cray. Anyway. So anyway, let's see what else we got here. Cinemark, GM4, okay, Tesla, 798, United Airlines, let's see here. Delta, okay, SoFi. Oh, SoFi went green today. I was waiting for SoFi to go back to like 1480. Would have been kind of cool. Would have liked that. Coinbase slightly up. Coinbase barely moves with crypto prices now. It's like, it's not good. Okay, so 47.8 on Bitcoin. We're still just vacillating, burning, or we burned the shorts on Outlet. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for watching my channel and hanging out with me at Market Open. I appreciate y'all. So, all right. Outlet suspended again. Oh my gosh. Anyway, EXPI down 39, down to $39. Okay. Yeah, let's see here. Okay, Enphase, just you continue to be able to get deals here. Let's see here. Neo. Okay. Hippo 3.04. Nice. Camber Energy, Tesla 3.31. Yeah, this okay. So this is all pretty stable here. So let's go ahead and jump into some news. Let's see what we got. Barons. Okay, so what do we got here? the Dow is wavering as political pressures weigh. Get out of town. If this is why they think the stock market is falling, please just buy the frickin' dip. Let's see what they say. Okay, let's see it here. The stock market was wavering on Monday as U.S. political friction damped investor sentiment, while a trading halt on Evergrande shares made waves in Hong Kong. This is a good thing. Shortly after the open, the Dow Jones Industrial was little changed after the index rose, and the Nasdaq was down 0.3. A familiar set of themes weighed on investor sentiment Monday. Analysts noted that the U.S. debt ceiling deadline in December and continuing political conflict over the $1 trillion infrastructure bill and $3.5 trillion reconciliation package muddied the waters. Congress has not made much progress on an agreement. Entering October, choppy waters are likely to continue, given the political wrangling and debt ceiling drama. Folks, buy this tip. Like, this will come to an end. You know that. And when it comes to an end, and this fear, uncertainty, and doubt goes away, it'll be fine. The market this week will be focused on U.S. payrolls report, which comes from the Federal Reserve. That's right. On Friday, we get payrolls. Unless there is marked deterioration across the whole sweep of the labor market within the report, this will likely be the catalyst to cement the November taper, barring an exogenous or market shock. What? Barring a market shock. Catalyst to cement the November taper. Right. Okay. Wow, that was the weirdest sentence ever. Basically, they're saying Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell is going to taper unless this Friday's job report is crap. All right. Well, that was kind of boring. Come on, Barons. Boring. All right. What else is going up? We're doing well here. So Lordstown, Arcimoto, Skills, CRISPR, Toast, Proterra, Enphase. Okay, so a little bit of a recovery here. A little bit of a bounce happening right now. Intraday here on some of these. See this bounce? This is nice. Some bouncing here. Neo back to 34. Good. So a little bit of a recovery. I wonder how the SPY's doing. Tesla's almost up 4%. Holy moly. That's nice. Like, this is such nonsense. Why the stock market is down. It's such garbage. I really believe that. It's like, who cares? Congress, just whatever. Okay, Nokia, IBM, Darden. All right, let's see how it's here. All right, let me see what other news is. How much cash are you holding, Kevin? Well, I've just spent a lot of it buying the dip. I don't know. Maybe like 10% of portfolio, somewhere out there. Yeah, anyway, something like that. All right. Should we sell some puts on some stuff? Raise some cash? Let's see what we got. Arcimoto, Emrin, Lordstown, EXPI, Moderna. Let's see here. Toast. See, I don't want to own a lot of these. I mean, EXPI already got. If EXPI keeps dipping, so I had an EXPI option that I dumped at like $47, and that was. I've got about 125K left in EXPI, 125, 150K left in EXPI, but my option was a big portion of my EXPI position. So I will buy back more EXPI if this keeps falling, which will be great. Same thing with some of the other ones. Oh yeah, I want to see how. See Neo at 33, but I want to also see how Google's doing. Google. Whoa, Google's down 2.35%. Google's getting destroyed. I love it. I like buying the dip here. Okay, that's 2.4. So we're getting worse. Fang's getting crushed. You know, Fang started getting crushed after Bloomberg basically called for the end of Fang. Everybody started dumping Fang. And they're the ones pulling the indices down. But yeah, Fang's getting sold off now. That's a move. That's unfortunate. But I'm happy to buy those sorts of companies. Ooh, Matterport back under $18. I like. Tesla 356, bobbing around, but Tesla's been trending up, which is kind of nice. All right, so let's see what else we got here. We'll short it. Okay, we talked about shortages. I made a video on that yesterday. If you have not seen that yet, it's a great video. What did I say? Peak something? I don't know. Just look at my channel and see recent videos. Let's see here. Dow is wavering. That was boring. 4 things to look for in the jobs report. Pandora Papers. Tesla avoided. Okay. Electric vehicle. It's okay. China Evergrande stock halted. Boring. Major transaction. Supply shortages. No. Okay. Boring. Give me some news. Here, while we look for news, we'll listen to what they're complaining about here.
Make a speech at the CSIS event where she's expected to lay out China's shortfalls in agreements struck under the former president, Donald Trump. She's expected to meet with the Chinese Vice Premier, Li Hu, pretty soon. Joining us now to talk.
Is the volume similar? Like, is my volume similar to this person's? I hope so. I don't know. You let me know.
The administration believes that the Chinese are not living up to their part in that bargain. The Chinese, at this moment, look like they're unlikely to change their positioning. So what comes from the Biden administration next? What are they going to do in terms of dealing with this divergence that we're seeing?
Great.
Well, that's what we really don't know at this point, even though the U.S. Trade Representative Catherine Tai is sort of outlining the Biden administration's strategy in the speech today. She said she will speak with Vice Premier Liu He soon. They will try to enforce.
Wait, I'm going to pull off this. This is good. When you have Fauci saying we're turning the corner on the latest COVID surge, you know, a lot of people don't like Fauci. I'd say probably 40% of people do not like Fauci. You know what? I want to ask you, though. Okay? This is going to be interesting. Do you like Fauci? Not the Ouchie, just Fauci. Do you like him? I like him. I do not like him. All right. I'm going to ask your community. Oh, gosh. I can only imagine. Okay, he was slightly out. Thank you for that. So anyway, I'm running that poll. So let me know. I'm curious. I'm curious to see. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so come on, folks. What else is going on over here? So Outlet is getting sold off by, look at that. Outlet's getting, there are short sellers coming in here trying to push Outlet down. This is an interesting movement here. That's very fascinating to me that we're seeing a sell down here. I will, if this falls more, if we get back, I would guess if we break 425 somewhere out here, I might buy some more. I'm just going to put this line here. Oops, that's so weird. I have no basis for that. But we've never been at this price range. We've never been this low. Yeah, so there's really no TA you can do here. You just have to assume that this is going to keep getting shorted in investor communities, like institutional investors. And once this FDA stuff clears, this, I think, will do extremely well. I mean, it's already up from where we bought, but I'm interested in, wonder if we can, FDA, I wonder how long it takes for the FDA to clear this sorts of stuff. Let's look. FDA, medical device marketing dispute timeframe. All right. Approval process. Bringing a device to market. Oh my gosh. Takes 3 to 7 years? Wow. As with new drugs, approval process is intended to make medical devices safe and effective. Bringing a device, however, there are concerns the FDA may not be sufficient. That's a very long time. Okay. Let's see here. guidance for the FDA here. Oh my gosh. Okay, manufacturer here. What's the purpose of this? Well, I want to know manufacturer reporting requirements. Serious injury, malfunction, 30-day reports. Oh my gosh. Okay, understanding dispute resolution panel. This is probably what you've got here. Okay, this is what I would be expecting. Here you go. Continue the site. Understanding the medical device dispute resolution panel. Okay, got it. Like, okay, this is, you want to know something? What is Apple's watch? Is Apple Watch a medical device? That's the same thing. Apple Watch is powerful. Blah, blah, blah. Apple went through a long, extensive process. Okay. Why the Apple? Oh, this is interesting. Why Apple needed the FDA to sign off on its EKG, but not its blood oxygen monitor. That's interesting. Apple Watch is already a powerful health tool, and now adding blood oxygen, that brings in valuable health measure. The features on the Apple Watch to track heart rate and heart rhythm, though, have a key difference from a blood oxygen monitor. The heart tracking features are cleared by the FDA. The oxygen monitor is not. Apple went through a long, extensive processor to develop the EKG feature. That's interesting, but it did not need to do the same thing for the pulse oximeter. Okay, got it. Blood oxygen monitors are considered Class 2 medical devices by the FDA. Generally, any company that wants to sell one in the U.S. has to submit documentation to the agency confirming the product works just as well as other versions of the same product on the same market. There's a workaround, though. If the company says the product is just for fun or general wellness, they do not have to go through that process. But they can't claim it can diagnose or treat medical conditions, but they could still put it up for sale. That's the route Apple went down. Well, if that's the case, then that's what Owlet should use as well, because the Owlet Smart Sock uses, let's see here. Let's see here. How do they advertise it? Because I know they're changing their advertising a little bit now because of this FDA letter. But it does two things. Heart rate. Well, heart rate is different from EKG, right? Oxygen level. Okay. It's just heart rate, which would be like beats per minute. They are not saying they can monitor or diagnose any disease, just offering up information. Other health-focused apps and smartwatches have taken the same approach, sidestepping the FDA. If you're just providing information, they're not regulating that. Okay. Well, that sounds obvious to me. So why is the FDA sending a warning letter to Al? It's just full bullcrap, in my opinion. Digital health products are so ubiquitous and so many new ones enter the market every year. It'd be hard for the FDA to review them all. They have to think how they can allocate their own researchers. The agency does step in, though, when companies want to use apps to influence medical care someone receives. The EKG feature falls under that category. It's supposed to serve a specific medical purpose, flagging abnormal heart rhythm. It's meant to be interpreting and managing a potentially life-threatening situation. See, that's interesting, because that's probably what the FDA is arguing, is that, hey, if there's a life-threatening information to your baby, and you're monitoring for that rather than just doing it for fun, you probably need to get FDA clearance. Published data, doctors, because of the pulsometer wellness product, though, the Apple didn't have to publish any of that information, right? Okay, so this is going to turn into a lawsuit. This is going to be a longer, drawn-out process, as we expected. I think it's nonsense. And okay, then go through the process. But I doubt they'll have to stop sales in the meantime. That they'll go through this process and probably get some sort of legal injunction that allows them to continue to sell. I don't even know if the FDA has authority to have them to stop sales. So this will be interesting. This will probably turn into a lawsuit with Owlet. That's immediately what I would be thinking if I were Owlet. It's like, all right, let's take him to court. But anyway, so that's my thought, my further delve into here on Owlet. Okay, so then let's see here. Okay. Interesting. So 44% of you wrote that you like Fauci, and 56% of you do not like him. That's actually more than I thought. I thought less people would dislike him. I would have guessed a flip of those numbers. So anyway, that's interesting. Fed board member Bullard says that inflation is higher than the U.S. has seen for a decade. Well, that's true. Okay. Let's see here. What do we want to do? What else do we want to do? We want to sell some. Well, we're still rotating down here. The entire market's rotating down. We're getting that. Ooh, we're getting a little sell-off here on some things. Look at a firm, for example. Ooh. Let's see what's inside. What is it trading for right now? 12? Let's see here. $6. That's it? 6.6 divided by 112. It's about 5.8. What if I go out to November? No, let's go to November 19. Ooh. 12? Really? 12.6. 12.6 divided by 112. Some interesting opportunities here to sell some puts. Very interesting. Even Matterport. So that's $12.60. October 15th is pretty close, though. That's when inflation data comes out. And I'd probably rather go November. I'm going to buy some. I'm not buying some. I'm going to open a position like this. So why don't we place an order here? I don't know. What do I want to do? How much does that, how much collateral does this take? 10 times, times 100 times 10. 110K. Let's do 20 shares. There we go. All right, let's buy these. Oh, insufficient buying power. Gosh darn it. I wired money over. Fine, I'll take 10. All right. Gosh. Annoying. Why do I have insufficient buying power? Sold a firm put 112. November 19th. 10 options. 12,000 credit. Okay. So yeah. All right. Now, have I already mentioned that you should get your free stocks worth up to $70 with Public by going to mykevin.com/public? Yeah, do that. Okay. So, all right, what do we got here? We've got EXPI 6.27. Yeah, you've still got the market bleeding here. So the market's definitely still bleeding. Definitely some pain here. Tesla at 803. Nice. Let's look here. SPY. SPY here down 0.55%. So we're still rotating down. So it makes me wonder if we're going to hit that same sort of 7 o'clock sell-off, but it might be worse between that 9 and 10 time frame. So that'll be fascinating. We'll take a peek at that. We'll see what happens. Definitely do have pain in the market today. Bloomberg. Okay. Any other news we got? Biggest revolution? No, really. All right. Well, folks, we got ourselves another crazy stock market day. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to jump on over to the course member live stream. If you want to join, check out those coupon codes linked down below. Join any of the programs, and you'll get to participate in the course member live streams. Going to hop on over to that. I'm going to make another cup of coffee first, though. And I'll see you there. Otherwise, thank you, folks, for being here. It's been entertaining. I appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye.